We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Spy balloons shot down. The Oversight Committee begins investigations and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lupkin, and here's the news you need to know. The Chinese spy balloon that traveled across the United States likely was able to send sensitive data to the Chinese Communist Party before it was shot down by U.S. military on Saturday, according to foreign policy experts. Military officials decided to take out the balloon exactly 1 week after they first discovered it in Alaska. However, President Biden was not made aware of the balloon until Tuesday, when it was over Montana. Local news broke the story of its existence on Thursday. The Pentagon said it acted immediately to protect against the collection of sensitive information from the balloon. But geopolitical experts said there is little reason to believe those efforts were successful, as the balloon almost certainly transferred surveillance data over to China as it flew over several military bases. Brandon Weichert, author of Winning Space, said he believes China successfully gathered U.S. military and technological information through its spy balloon. With all due respect to the Pentagon, I think that's BS. They're saying that to protect their ego and image, Weichert said. This was a long-range surveillance mission prompted partly by comments from the Pentagon about the possibility of going to war. The Pentagon also announced that a second purported Chinese spy balloon had been spotted over Latin America just days after the similar balloon was detected over Montana. Defense officials said they were seeing reports of a balloon transiting Latin America, adding that they now assess it is another Chinese surveillance balloon. News outlets in Costa Rica first reported on Thursday that the balloon had been spotted soaring over the country's western coast. It is unclear what the goal of this device is, and unlike the balloon flying over the United States, China has not commented on the one spotted over Latin America. The Pentagon said they will continue to monitor the device. The Democratic Party looks poised to reorder its 2024 presidential primary calendar, setting the stage for a major shakeup on the campaign trail. The plans for the altered calendar will see South Carolina replace Iowa, the traditional starting point, as the Democrats' first primary state. The calendar, which was first introduced this past December, will also elevate Nevada to a second-place voting day alongside New Hampshire, and will move Michigan and Georgia into the early primary stage. Representatives from Iowa and New Hampshire have registered their displeasure at the change. Representative Jim Jordan, the head of the House Judiciary Committee, sent the first round of subpoenas to the Biden administration since the GOP won back control of the House of Representatives. Jordan issued subpoenas to the FBI, Department of Education, and Department of Justice as part of an ongoing investigation by the GOP into the alleged weaponization of the government. The subpoenas officially went to FBI Director Christopher Wray, appointed by former President Donald Trump, as well as Education Secretary Miguel Cardona and Attorney General Merrick Garland. The White House has stated that the subpoenas make crystal clear that House Republicans have no interest in working together with the Biden administration. Of course, during the first 2 years of the Biden administration, the White House made no effort to work with Republicans and only became concerned with unity when they lost the House and Biden started considering a run for a second term as president. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck southern Turkey and neighboring Syria early Monday morning, killing more than 1,000 people. At least 1,700 buildings collapsed, some of them hundreds of miles from the quake's epicenter. Rescue crews rushed to search for survivors in the debris. The tremor was felt as far away as Lebanon, Israel, and Egypt. The epicenter was in Turkey, near the Syrian border. The White Helmets, the Western-funded civilian rescue service in rebel areas in Syria, reported that 120 civilians had been confirmed dead in western Aleppo and the Idlib province. The death toll is expected to rise as hundreds of families are still trapped under rubble, the group said. Russia and Iran plan to build a factory in Russia to produce thousands of Iranian-designed drones for use by Russian forces that have invaded Ukraine, the Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday, citing officials from a country aligned with the United States. A high-level Iranian delegation went to Russia in early January to work out details and visit the site. The project signals that the two countries are strengthening their emerging military alliance, which the Biden administration has warned is developing into a full-fledged defense partnership, according to the journal. Tehran has already provided Moscow with hundreds of its suicide drones, which Russian forces have used to target military and civilian sites across Ukraine. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.